In Google Drawings, next, let's look at the Insert menu. Insert is going to show us several things that we're used to, the same options that you have available in Google Docs or in Slides or in Drawings within any of those. We can import an image either from our computer or from the internet or from our drive, which I'll demonstrate here in just a moment. If you've got a picture from a webcam, if you've got the URL, we're used to this. There are other videos in the playlist about Google Docs that'll show you more about inserting an image, any of those places. We can put in a text box, which again, we know how to do. You can insert any of a number of shapes from the categories that they have and format it as many different ways as you would like to. We can insert a table, which we did in Google Docs, and format and add to and use some of the creativity of a Google drawing to make that come alive. We can also insert various kinds of charts, which come in really handy especially when you're working with information from Google Sheets that will make it into a chart. And when you have that chart in Google Drawing, you can manipulate it a lot of different ways. We can insert a diagram, which we will do later on. You can insert word art. For those of you missing word art features, here's where they are. We're used to that. We recognize those features. You can change the font. You can change the inside color with the paint bucket. You can change the outline with the line there next to it. You can change the weight of that line. You can work with complementary colors. You can, whatever it is that you want to do, all kinds of things that we have talked about and things that we will continue to work with as we try to create something that we can work with. Also, in the Insert menu is inserting a line. We have all these different kinds of lines. You can do that from the Insert menu as well as from the toolbar. Here's all of those same lines. Just depends on where you want to find them. You can add different connectors, different arrows, different curves. A lot of ways to make a nice flowchart or personalize the content that you're trying to put into another document or have standalone. Also in Insert, you can insert a link, we can insert special characters and comments and do an assortment of things. Some of those same things happen over here on the toolbar. If we wanted to insert a shape so that we can use it in a couple of other ways, here's a circle, here's a banner, here's whatever you had need of. We can insert all of those things. Again, you'll format the fill color with the paint bucket. I'm going to pick something we haven't already used that'll show up on our screens. The outline to be a little darker maybe and a little thicker. You can type directly in this. You can do whatever it is that you needed to do with that item. The default colors are blue, as you can see. We can change those to fit whatever needs we may have. You change the kind of a line that you have if you want it to be dotted, or maybe this is cut it on the dotted line if it's some kind of an activity. You have those capabilities. And that's all there in the Insert menu. One last thing, let's import an image. It's one of the elements we're talking about, importing and exporting. And the File menu is where we're going to export. We would download this as some graphics file type. Here in Insert is where we would be importing a graphic. I'm going to import my Bitmoji from Christmas because we're playing with them in another class. I'll click on it. I inserted this from Google Drive where I knew where it was. I can take this. If I wanted to, I can take my Bitmoji and put it here over this circle. And there they are. Notice they're moving as two separate layers right now. I'm doing that so that I can do something else here in the future, you can imagine. But I've got those things. I can also layer this over that if I wanted to. This I'm going to have to fix. Tune in for the Arrange menu video, and I'll show you how to arrange those things so they're not on top of each other. For now, this is the Insert menu. All the possibilities and things that we know how to insert right here in this menu. Experiment, notice the possibilities, think about how you can create something unique and remix the ideas that you've already seen out there. That's the insert menu in Google Drawings.